Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to look at who is singing Let It Go better. Is it Idina or is it Leah Salonga? Let's watch and stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, then please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you want to have a singing analysis or a vocal lesson yourself, then head over to TaniaVocalstudio.com and don't forget to put on the notification bell. Well, so recently I have been at Leah Salonga's musical, or kind of her performance. Sweeney Todd was in Singapore, and I really enjoyed to see her live, and I'm looking forward to a concert next year in Singapore. I really want to go to a meet and greet and see Leah Salonga. So Leah Salonga, at least I could see live. Idina, Menzel, I couldn't see live, unfortunately, but we have here two titans, two musical theater titans, and I believe Leah Salonga is a bit older, so she has a little bit more of history, a little bit more of experience. This is something that we also have to consider when it comes to pointing out the technicalities of both singers, because that's what the video is about. It's not a comparison, it's about looking what do they use for techniques, what is different, and it's not about who is best or who is worse or whatsoever. So, but I think it's really interesting to see how they make it different. Yeah. Now, I'm actually not sure if this was not a semitone lower, to be honest. I might be wrong. But overall, also, Leah uses a lot more vibrato than Idina Menzel. Now, both of them, I didn't think that there was a mix. Really correct me. Maybe I'm not really hearing it properly. But this was not a mix on the end of that. The really last note particularly, I think that was belted out just really clear, just straightforward. So that's, I might be wrong here, please correct me. Might have been a mix with 90% a TA muscle inside. Yes, could be. Okay, theoretically could be. Taking it back. Now what I think is that Leah also preludes her lips, so the way that she's also forming the lips to form the vowels, to express the words, is also a little bit more different. I also think that Leah is a bit broader in the vowels, while I do think Idina gets more grip by rounding it more up. So there's one particular moment like ground. Like she goes ground. She's not going into the ground. My power's flowing to the air, into the ground. So I think that Leah might have go ground and give it a little bit more brightness into it, which I think can be a little bit more difficult. So staying ground. Yeah, the Leah version was a little bit more slower in tempo though. That is difficult if that happens to you on those pitches. Oh my lord. It's nothing worse than being on a high pitch and then sing it now really slowly, like, guys, come on, what's happening? Let it go, let it go. Oh lord, I have to hold that note for a long time. That's difficult. think what Idina is doing differently than Leah Salonga is making consciously more breaks to rest her voice within that major song. I think that Leah's not doing that. I think Leah just goes with the flow. I think she just goes through it, but I think Idina is making more choices of, okay, I'm not gonna power through where it's not needed, and that's really important, especially if you know that song is like 4 minutes long and I have to belt it out, so I do have to make choices, and that means rest in between, and also not overdo it, doing it, because that's something that you don't want to do. And I think that she's also conscious with choosing a little bit speaking it more than singing it all the time in phrases melodically, or not overdoing it on the vibrato. I think that that's also different. What I'm hearing here. Yeah, so that was a really beautiful, and I can just imagine how difficult this must be to sustain on Broadway or to sustain on a tour or something like this, because we're really speaking again about an intense vocal production. Now it looks very effortless, and if you have a good and solid technique, it will be effortless, because there is this misconception about that those high notes have to be produced with a lot of effort. Now, if you are from Estel, then you know that you have really measured your effort numbers, and you have really watched out that you're not overdoing it, or that causes the strain, that causes the tension, the pain. So what you don't want to do is get up there and get tense and strain yourself into it, and you know, or even belt it out. Of course, certainly you can belt to a certain degree, but you rather want to consider to go to mixed voice and then change it and make a really good choice for your voice. And that might be, okay, I'm doing a mix, a healthy balanced mix with a little bit of TA dominant muscle, so it still remains powerful rather than a very weak or light hat voice. These are things that you want to consider if you are doing those kind of songs. Now, if you just want to go and you say, oh, I'm a good belter, I can do it, I want to go fully and belt hell out of here, then do it. But that might be not something that you want to do every day on tour, or for a concert or for a show. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed my little small comparison and pointing out. Of course, I don't want to make that video super long. YouTube watch time 3 minutes, and there's so much more to say, so I'm just gonna keep it a little bit more like this. Now, in the end of the day, it always comes down to taste and what you prefer in terms of sound, and they both have also distinctive voices in terms of sound quality and in terms of like warmth or brightness, you know. So let me know in the comment section which favorite version was your favorite version, and don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I see you in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in.